Hi guys, the day has come. I'm so excited. It's time to put my gnome project together. This is the back of the base that we did. I just painted it. I did sand it down and paint it. And then I want to put on some of these coaster feet. I wish I had a different color than the beige, but that's what I've got. And I'm gonna try 4. I also want to put my sticker on there. So right now I'm just laminating the stickers that I'm putting on. So just laminating the fronts of them. And we'll get those all laminated here. And this is just the hand lamination stuff. I did get this on Amazon, and we'll put a link below. But I just don't want to run them through my laminator because I don't want the backs being laminated. Otherwise, they won't stick. So, all right. So I'm just getting those all stuck down. I always like to make sure it's done on the edges. This one has a bit of a bubble here, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm going to start with putting the stickers on. A little shameless promotion maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm going to start with the stickers, and I was considering putting resin over the top of them, but then I was like, well, what if they want to take them off? What if they don't want those stickers on there? So they're just stickers with the laminated top, no resin over the top of them. I think I got that bubble out. So now I just need to cut these out. I leave a little bit of an edge. It's just clear anyway, so it's not going to hurt anything to have that little bit of the edge. And let me just check. If you didn't see the video where I did the reveal on this, you really should. So, but this is going to be the front. So I'm going to put the sticker just like that. And this is just the sticker for the business or for the website, in case they forget where they got it. I don't know if I've been out of frame that whole time. If I have, I'm sorry. Let me scoot a little closer. If I was out of frame, I was just cutting this out. Okay, now I just have to get the backing off of the sticker. Oh no, I printed it on the wrong side. Okay. Pause for a second. I'm gonna do it again and actually print these on the correct side. I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna try this again. And I'm just getting my laminate paper. And then I'm gonna put the stickers on. And make sure it's down well. All right, and then I'm just gonna cut around that. Again, I leave a little bit of an edge. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut around this one. Okay. So very sticky. So very, very sticky, but that's a good thing. Okay, all around. Oh, so very, very sticky. Oh, I can't get it with my fingers. Okay. Okay, so I've got a little bit of an edge on all of them. This one I'm just gonna trim just a little bit more. Okay, and that looks good. All right. So now that I've got those cut out, I want to put the stickers on the back, and then like I said, this is going to be the front side, and I know it doesn't really matter because it'll be on the bottom, but I want to make sure that the sticker faces the right way. So now, if I didn't do it wrong again, I realized what I did in the last one. I didn't flip the paper the right way before I printed, so that's what happened with the last ones, but that's okay. Mistakes happen, and they're not really mistakes, they're just learning experiences. So I'm just going to put my sticker there, and get that pushed down. And then I also have my QR code because I don't have like my business card information on here, so I have my QR code. Now, the laminate is not a necessity. Like I said, I was already thinking of going over it with resin, so I always want to laminate any stickers I do before I do the resin. Since I'm not doing the resin, it really doesn't need the laminate, but it's shiny and pretty. So we'll leave it. And then I'm gonna put, this is my thank you for your purchase of this handmade item sticker. We'll get that on. All right. And then what I want to do is go ahead and put these on. They are going to cover some of the stickers. That's okay. I don't know yet if I need 3 or 4. So I'm just going to start with this and we'll go from there. Oops. So we'll put one here. And these are also purchased from Amazon. That'll be in the description as well. Any of the links that I put in the description, anything that I got from Amazon that I put in the description is an affiliate link. So I do make a little bit off of that if you click and purchase it through my link. If you don't want to do that, you can find it directly in Amazon. So Up to you. Either way, this one's not coming off. There we go. No? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 4. So this one we'll put here. And then we'll put this one here. All right, so that is what the bottom is gonna look like. I wish these were a darker color. They're not. Okay, I'll get over it. But I just wanna make sure that anything that they're set on is protected. And my stickers are there, but they're not the first thing that stands out. It's the feet. So let's go ahead and turn it over. So this is gonna be the front. This is the little edge that kind of got messed up with the tape, but that is okay. And then here's our little gnome. He's gonna go here. And then the tray is gonna go right in front. So I have a couple of ideas of how I'm gonna do this. I can stick it with resin, or I can use super glue, not super glue, hot glue. But before I do that, I had an idea for the edge. Just a little quick design on the edge with silver, because we do have the silver in here. So I'm going to go around the edge with my silver pen. Just for kind of a finishing touch. Now, if you order one, you can let me know if you like the silver edge. I mean, obviously you're gonna pick your color, so maybe silver won't be a thing. Or if you don't want the edging on it, all completely up to you. But this is just kind of, I learned one thing doing this, because like I said, when I did the base video, I have never done this before. So I learned one thing, well, I learned more than one thing, but one main thing that I learned is I will next time raise it up so the resin falls over the edge instead of builds up on the back. I learned that. I learned something, so that's a good thing. I always like to learn things, especially with things I've never done before. So it was a lesson. So let me go ahead and finish going around this edge, and then we'll move on to the next part. Try to secure it with resin first. I'm hoping my pen works. I don't know how this will work because everything's so thick, but I'm gonna try with resin first and then we'll go from there. All right, so like I said, I don't know if it's gonna work with resin. I have my glue gun here if need be, but I am gonna try with the resin first. looking for the gloves I brought in here and not finding them. Of course, I find one, but okay, I don't know why I only have one glove, so I'm going to try to only work with this glove. I'm right-handed, so yeah, it's weird. Okay, let me grab so I'm just going to put a little bit of the UV resin down. I really don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. Similar to a glue gun, but hopefully a better hold. That one's pretty much out. All right, so I'm gonna try it with my pen first. So I'm gonna go ahead and place the tray. And we'll try to get that to stick. It might be working. That's amazing. Oh, well, maybe not. Because UV resin needs that clearness. It needs to, the UV light needs to be able to penetrate through, and these are not. So it might be hot glue, or even a very super glue. So I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. We'll probably come back to revisit that. I don't know. I think I should just do hot glue for the gnome. I don't know how it would work if we try it with resin. I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess. So I'm gonna use this resin, and this is just a UV resin for bonding. Okay, and then stick that down. And then I just don't know if it's gonna go through. and actually bond. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. It just can't penetrate through. So it's not sticking at all. So let me go ahead and plug in my glue gun. All right. While we're waiting, I will just let this sit under. The UV light. Not that it's going to help anything for sure, but might as well give it a shot. And I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up. It's like way over here, but my cord doesn't reach. Maybe this one is longer. This one is longer. All right, I'm just going to set this on here like it's gonna do something like fall off. I'll give it just a bit and see if anything happens besides it falling off. And if nothing happens, I'll come back and we will finish with the glue gun. So I'll be back. All right. I've been trying and trying and trying, and it's not cooperating. So I think I think that's it for trying it with the resin. And it makes sense that it didn't work because this is not clear on the bottom, this is not clear on the bottom, there's wood between. These are not clear on the bottom. So I've gone ahead and wiped the resin off of this. I was giving this one more try, and it looks like it might be trying to hold on that side, but not here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the hot glue. We'll go ahead and glue our gnome down. Yeah, it's not gonna work. So let me grab my glue gun. And you may not be able to see me because my cord is not very long. I need to get a cordless glue gun. I would love to get a cordless glue gun. I don't have one right at this moment. I also need to add some more glue to my glue gun. Go. All right. And I'm just going to coat the bottom. Now that was the light falling again, if you heard that. Okay. So I just coated the bottom of the gnome with the hot glue. And I'm going to go ahead and stick him down. And maybe I'll just use my marker. Use my marker to push it down. I don't know if I brought it up, but I did make some little inserts with some resin and put them in the bottom of each cup. In my larger gnomes, I actually have cups in there, or I guess it's water bottles, but in there keeping it in place. We're just gonna get him pushed down. Yeah. Wipe off this resin. That is not working. It did try in some places, but just didn't work. So we'll get that off. I don't know how much you can see because the gnome head's in the way. But we're just gonna get that off. And I feel like there's something else I could use besides hot glue for this. I will find something. Also, if you saw the video on the tray, I did end up sanding the edges a little bit more. There was a lot of edges. So I sanded it down, trimmed it down a little more, and this is what we have. So let me add some glue to this. I feel like there's something else I should be using, but I don't have something else right now, so I'll probably fix that later. A bonding, yes, bonding something. But we'll go ahead and get that stuck down for now. And then I was thinking about doing or knitting an I-cord and having it go around as well. Since I did this silver, I'm losing light because nothing's been working. So this is not the good light, but it's light. So I don't think I'm going to do the I-cord around it on this one anyway, just because I already did the silver outline. I like to leave a place for other things to go that maybe don't go in the pockets or won't go in the tray. But that's our gnome, and it took a little while, but he is finished and in the spotlight. And I wanted to point out too, on his hat, to hold scissors. Look at that. You stick pins in here, needles, anything that you want. He's happy to be your little gnome helper, and he's a gnome for everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed the videos to make this gnome. Sorry it was a little scattered. Hopefully my microphone's working. If it's not, I will have to voice over this whole thing. So either way, he's on there, Trey's on there for now. I will probably use something else to attach the tray at a later time so it doesn't come up, but there's our gnome project. And I'm sorry I'm losing the light. Hopefully you guys can see it. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a like, subscribe, or at least share the video with at least one person. I really want to grow my viewership. It's slow goings for me though, but I did take the holidays off, so part of that is my fault. So anyway, like, subscribe if you want, or at least share the video with one other person, like I said, and hopefully we'll see you in the next one. I do know that I want to do a video about making your own silicone molds, and I've seen a couple ways to do it, so that might be one we'll be doing in the future. But for now, we have a gnome for everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.